Guys, my name is Elle and I'm from the ATL. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for stopping in and please do like and subscribe to my video. Today's topic is a few shades of gray. And you ask, what exactly is that about? So if you're a lady or perhaps a gentleman who is struggling with what to wear or what seems to be appropriate as you're aging, let's have a little talk because there are a lot of myths out there about what a woman or what we should be wearing at our age. Quite often you'll hear young people say, oh, she needs to stop wearing that. She's a little bit too old. But why would you listen to the advice of a person who's never been your age? They have no idea how you feel, how you move, or just basically what you want to do with your life or what you want to say with your fashion. When it comes to fashion, again, people often feel or think that as we age, we should change our entire, or that we shouldn't really basically have any feelings, I feel like. I feel like that people feel that over time we change, we lose all desire to be desired, and that, I don't know, there's just that world over there. Those are the old people, and we are the young people or whatever, right? It's just like a whole separate race or whatever, a whole separate universe that, there's the old people and there's the young people. But I just want to say, old people are just young people who have lived a long time. And if you've taken good care of your body, your mind, and your spirit, you still have desires quite contrary to the popular belief that we are old, dried up, and useless to the world. Fashion sense is a way for people of all ages to express themselves, what they're feeling on the inside, what they're all about a lot of times, and basically just whatever your vibe is. Fashion can say I feel good about myself, or fashion can say some other things, not so good things. But so we're here today to talk about feeling good, feeling confident, letting your fashion express exactly what you feel, and just letting the world know that, hey, I'm still a part of the society. I do have things to contribute. Oftentimes, people find themselves single in their older ages, and a lot of that is due to things like death, divorce, and some people have just never gotten married. Some people never saw it as a priority to find a mate. And so fashion can also be one of the mechanisms or one of our tools for attracting another mate. Therefore, we do want our fashion to speak to that. We do want the opposite sex to be attracted to us, right? After all, the law of attraction says, I don't chase, I attract. So no matter what your age or what your style is, fashion speaks volumes. The fashion industry is one that has kept our economy afloat for like many, many years. So let's don't act like, fashion is just not important to us. Fashion is one of the heartbeats of life, is the way I feel. I have always been into fashion and I feel like I always will. So today we're going to talk about breaking a few rules when it comes down to fashion and graying or aging. Basically, fashion is ageless. Fashion can be timeless. Fashion can be worn by any person of any age. And so let's just get into it. People often have questions like, because I'm getting older, should I wear longer dresses, or should I be able to, or should I show my legs? My first question would be, have you broken your legs? Have you burned your legs? Have you damaged your legs? Or basically, do you feel comfortable and confident in showing your legs? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I do feel that there are things or some fashions or some things that are inappropriate, but I'd rather base that on the occasion versus the age. And what do I mean by that? For instance, If you're going to a baseball game, you wouldn't wear a baseball gown. If you're going to a ball, you wouldn't wear a baseball outfit. And so if you've mastered the art of wearing what is right for the occasion, then I think that's like a big portion of the problem. There are other myths about age. I've often heard that once a woman gets to be 40 years old, that she should cut her hair. Now, where that came from, who knows? But let me tell you, for you guys, any of you who have followed my channel in previous times, I guess you've kind of noticed by now that I've cut my hair. But let me reassure you, it had nothing to do with age. It's just all about style, fashion, and freedom. Mostly freedom. Hair can be very time consuming. Hair can get damaged over time, and pretty much this particular haircut, because this is not the first time I've done it, was basically because it was pretty much a corrective hair. My hair, I was trying to straighten it, trying to do things that just weren't natural. Over a period of time, I've worn braids, I've worn wigs, I've worn a little bit of weave, I've tried to straighten my hair. It's been a long time since I put any permanent straightener in my hair or any sort of chemicals, but I even used to do that. I'm just trying to be somebody or something that I wasn't, right? And so over time, that kind of took a toll on my hair. But when it comes down to style, oh my God, I felt so chic. It even took a few years off of me, I felt like. And I really kind of feel like it just goes along with my vibe right now. I'm retired, I'm free, I can be spontaneous. When I get ready to get out on like a Saturday or just walk out the door for any reason, any occasion, all I have to do now is to just brush. Now, sometimes I put a little product in there. I do believe that it is appropriate, and always have felt like it is appropriate for one to shampoo the hair pretty often, and I feel like it's a great idea to put some sort of conditioner in it. Other than that, I put a little product. I may tie a scarf around it so that it lays, depending on how fresh my cut is. And that's it. I'm able to get up and move and go, and again, I feel so free because of it. I do have one pet peeve when it comes to a woman cutting her hair. I believe that one should always seek a professional. Get a professional haircut. I go to a professional barber, and I also believe in wearing your hair in some sort of style. Don't just cut it. Don't just get what I call the old lady fro, because that can be like a whole downer, right? We kind of want to reflect, especially if you're a single lady like me, that yeah, I'm alive and I still have feelings in my body, in my soul, in my spirit, right? So yes, we do want the law of attraction to still be working in our favor. So get a style, something edgy. I had a barber put a couple of parts, and they've grown back in, so I don't know if you can see it right now. But yeah, I started out with something totally different, but I always get some sort of design, because I want this, just that little bit of edge, just that thing that says, hey, I'm trendy, I'm trendy. When it comes down to being trendy, one of the other main questions is, am I too old to be trendy, to follow the trends? Are certain things just made for the younger generation? Or can I wear, say, baggy jeans? Well, let me show you how I rock baggy jeans. In fact, check out these videos. When it comes down to showing leg, I'll show you how you can do it in a cool and classy and trendy way that says 2025, I'm still alive.
Layering is a really grown and sexy way to show off your legs without looking too thirsty or inappropriate for any age. Men find it intriguing, if I may say so. Men like a woman who's soft and versatile, traditional and trendy, and there's no greater attribute than a nice pair of legs. I'm guessing you know what L and I's think about showing a little leg. So let's move on to eyewear.
So guys, with the big wide rims, and as much as I love these frames have a tendency to be intimidating. They have a very professional and scary look. So if we're gonna wear these at the office, that is one thing. But when we go out into public, or we're out and about scouting, or basically trying to be attractive, we want to lighten up. I had to swap those out for a rim that was just a bit thinner, and as you can see the difference, it really actually makes my face, it's a lot less intimidating, right? And I've been told that I can be a little intimidating as it is. So hey, just one little food for thought. Other thing is, you can also buy these really inexpensive and trendy frames off websites. Like these I got from Temu. Temu is not one of the sites that I really care for, but these frames are really great. And yeah, they add a little color in your life, but eventually what I want to do is, they're a little dirty, but eventually I'd love to get my prescription put into those. But yeah, if you're a person who wears glasses, by all means get a trendy pair of frames. Okay, now ladies and gents, here I am with the intimidating glasses. Yeah, so I've turned the lights down low because it's a really time to go. I've had a great day sharing a few shades of gray. Yeah, turning into a little poet there, right? Just want to say good night. Thanks for joining. It would be such a lovely thing if somebody out there were to subscribe, right? I need more subscribers. Yeah, and I always love it if someone could leave a compliment or whatever. I just want to know what people think about what I'm saying, what I'm doing, and I'd really like to kind of share what your ideas are on any subject, because we all have our own thoughts when it comes down to any particular subject. So anyway, guys, I have loved our time together, but it has come to an end. Good night. Peace, love, and fashion.